Hi, welcome to Mystic Frequency. I'm Lisa, and I'll be your collective tarot reader here today on February 19th, 2026. But no matter when this reading finds you, especially if it's further down the road, there's a message here that your guides are trying to reveal for you and take in so that way you may go about your journey, maybe in a different way or align yourself in a much more stronger position. And if you want to go ahead and get started into this reading, you are more than welcome to dive into the timestamps below within the description box while I get the rest of the intro out of the way, especially if you are not one of my new subscribers. And so let me go ahead and say, if today is your birthday, happy birthday. Thank you for making it another trip around the world with us today, always here on this channel. I want you to know you deserve to celebrate or find things to celebrate in your life that are meaningful to you, whether it be through achievements or these goals that you have finally met. And then with my disclaimers leading into that, always remember I can only give personal experiences, not professional advice, and only channel what is revealed today. As much as I wish I could say that I have, a degree in so many different fields, the only thing I have on my belt is tarot, which there's nothing wrong with that. And you are always in control of your life with the wheel in your hands. And whatever information is being displayed today is not the only source of information you should take in. You should know your situation a little bit more than I would. And if this reading is not resonating, there are a couple reasons why this wouldn't. You may have someone that you are more close to, especially if it starts to sound like a friend or a family member, a coworker, and your guides are using you like a radio signal in order to channel that message over to them, especially if they are not tapped into their intuition or they just haven't been open, if you will, to their calls that they have. And then the other thing you can do with this reading is use it like a tool and add it to a belt of all different tools, hammers, bolts, you name it. That way, if you do come across this situation, you'll be more successful and be able to make the outcome a lot more beneficial for you. But let's go ahead and dive into this reading, and we're going to go ahead and talk about the astro energy that's coming through. And you do not have to have these placements in order for this reading to resonate. So we have the sun in Leo in the 4th house. So right off the bat, I do kind of want to say that this energy is very strong, very protective, and very warm-hearted. And it may even feel a little bit stubborn, but it has a lot of influence on your home environment. So the sun itself is all about your self-expression, your identity, the way you synchronize with the things that are around you, and really what needs to radiate and shine in your life. And this can be a very fathering kind of energy. So it's much more different from moon energy, where moon is all about the mother. This is probably someone that has had a really big impact in your life. So think about what a father role was for you and that divine masculine energy, whether you had a good, healthy relationship with it, or if there was a lot of control around how you could express that part of your body, where you could take action on whatever you wanted to be in your life, or, just the do. That's what it makes masculine energy. It's like the do, it's the action, it's the actually, it's, feminine energy creating, but it's actually doing something with what we are creating in our life. But this sun is wanting you to embody your truth, the person you were born to be, the person that brings you joy, and really focus on, experiencing ways that you can really tap into that masculine energy. So increase your light and know you are exactly who you are meant to be in this moment, and step into that truth to hold more power in your creative potential, so you may feel more connected to your life as a whole. And this is a gift. You are a gift. and you were meant to be seen. Whatever talent you have, especially with Leo energy coming in, your guides are wanting to thrust you onto the stage so other people can experience this gift for themselves by just being in your presence, because you bring so much warmth and vitality when people are around you. You light up a room. And, with everything going on in the world, we need a lot more people that can just, keep, people may be focused on their phone or their, their problems that they have going on in their life, in their own home life even. And then you step in and everybody just forgets just for a little bit, the woes that they may have going on. So please keep shining that light, if anything, in this life. And Leo is just really wanting you to be confident with your own body, be confident with your own skills that you have, and be committed to your authenticity without feeling like you need to change the way you look, change, your values and your beliefs. Like, stay committed to what you have your focus on, because that's where you're going to be the most happiest. And walk with conviction in your truth, where you are not going to let someone just come in and then just change all the hard work that you have put on, or even try to take the sun away from you. And just stay loyal to where your focus, where you are putting your attention in, and love fiercely without shame. If you are someone who is a lover and not a fighter, there's nothing wrong with that. And this makes me think of my own son. My son is a lover. He is not a wrestler. He is not a physical fighter. He is someone that just wants everyone to just get along. And his other friend that he has, that's he loves to wrestle. He loves to, assert his dominance in a healthy way, not like in a negative way. It's like he likes to assert himself whenever he enters into a room. And at times that can be very hard on Iceland, because he's more introverted, and he's just like, you have to really melt the ice with my son for him to open up in such a way. But I love him, and I love his friend's energy, and I love how different they are. So love how unique and different you are and what you bring to the table each and every day. And with your this fourth house that's coming through, think about your roots, think about your sense of security, or the childhood home that you had, where you felt most comfortable and at home as an adult. And with this Leo energy, just think about your pride, your family, the your friends even, where it's like, maybe if you were introverted, but when you're with your clique, or those people that you go crazy whenever you're around them, and then they question, where did this even come from? You're not normally like this. And he says, oh no, I am normally like this. I'm only like this to the people I trust, the people who are a part of my tribe. And look and see where the root of your identity is, and what you wish or hope to build for your future. And look at how this mother energy can really help you balance, that masculine, when you need a little bit more of that feminine touch, so that way one piece of the energy doesn't burn out of control. But there is so much emphasis on your home, family, and emotional foundations. And you may even feel like there is a need here for you to feel respected, um, or even have an authoritative role, or a protective figure role in your life. Like, that is very, very big and significant with this energy. Anytime it comes in, is like there is someone here that wants to protect something they love, or feel as if that, they want to be a part of like this. It's like, when there's big problems, who do you go to? We go to father, or we go to mother. We go to this person we have a lot of respect for, who it makes me think of like Indian tribes, and how we have all of these elders that are in a clan, and they go to the one elder that knows a lot and has no problem being at the front and center of problems itself. You may even feel like you are the spokesperson person when there are issues going on in your world. You will speak on behalf of your family in order to get a point across. Or if you notice that especially if you have a bigger family and you've got like brothers and sisters that are fighting with each other, you will see that you may be the one that's bringing the fight together, so that way we can resolve the issues and move on from it, so we can keep the home and family together with peace. And so it may be very dramatic at times, and but it is very warm and loyal to the domestic environment. Your home really will be a stage here with this energy. But it's, this energy, your guides want you to know how very generous it is and how much love they have for you. And like I'm telling you, I'm seeing this warm light wanting to pick you up and put you in the spotlight. Even if you don't want to be, they want you to use your gifts for the greater good, for your own good even. But if you did have a very strong or absent father, or think about the need or the lack of recognition that you may have had from this father. Maybe this father was a very positive role in your life, and he provided a lot of that beaming support that you needed. Makes me think of somebody that would be, out in the yard, tinkering around on a car, or even, tossing, a ball back and forth. That was an image that came to my mind. Or a father that showed up anytime there was a really big event in your life, or when you needed someone to protect you from, the world itself when it became too much. And when you did not have that kind of validation, or if you didn't even have someone that was present in your life that could show you what healthy masculine energy is, so you will probably be spending some time in, after this reading, you will be noticing a lot more of that energetic field come in, that if you do need to heal some of that kind of neglect, now is the best time to do that, because your guides are coming in here to really solidify your roots and bring that mother energy in here to be that healer. And really just think about the strong connections that you have to your ancestors, or what your family story is, or what kind of family story you want to tell down the road. There's these eggs in this nest, so there's a lot of potential here. And you may not realize that everything that you are doing is going to impact whatever creation that you are trying to birth into this life, is going to impact it. So think about how you can take a hold of this energy today and be confident and establish, the life or the home that you hope to build. And I'm going to go ahead and get your crystal card out of the way. And I love that we got the moonstone coming in here. We got the sun, and now we've got the moonstone illuminating its light for you. Nurturing, divine, feminine, intuitive. Drawing power from divine feminine, Moonstone connects you to goddess energy, activating your intuition. Moonstone can boost clairvoyant gifts and metaphysical powers, asking that you trust in the unknown, beyond what you can see in this realm. The reflective nature of the crystal is much like the moon phases themselves, a cycle of change from new beginnings to full release. Moonstone balances masculine energy with a feminine touch, teaching the art of receptivity and serendipity. It is especially potent during the waxing moon. We have moon in Cancer, Libra, and Scorpio. And just another clarification there, guys, balancing that feminine and masculine energy, so that way you are in constant flow with the universe. But your self-love, self-care oracle today is higher your vibration, turn on your favorite song. And I was listening to music yesterday when I was getting this reading together for today. And there's just something about how music has a way of connecting you with another it's like another source itself, and your cards even start to play along with what is going on because they can pick up on your own energetic field. The masculine and divine feminine oracle today is: it's okay to validate yourself and not seek it from others. If you were not validated by a parental caregiver or whoever that role would have been in your life, and you desire to have that validation where someone told you you're doing good enough, you are just fine the way you are, then please do that for yourself today. And you are okay as you are. You are worthy, you are enough, and need to see that you have so much love coming in for you right now from your ancestors even. And they're like, listen, you're doing something that we wish we could have done with our life, and you're doing it. You are actually stepping in front, taking charge, and they are validating you in this moment, and just really wrapping you in a very warm hug as they celebrate this moment in your life where you are starting to take control and embody your truth. Now, your affirmations, and yes, they are going to tie in with your tarot reading, but I want to go ahead and get this out of the way. So in your work field, we're thinking about what is making us happy, what is not making us happy. We're focusing on the things that are really good with what we have going on versus thinking about what isn't going good. And if it's not, then we're making adjustments so that way we can stay happy. Your your relationships, overall, you're a creator. You're creating situations that bring you closer to people. You are creating opportunities where you can step out and shine your light and be on a stage in front of others. But you are creating a lot of happy memories with those that are around you. And then over here in your subconscious, I am playful. And it makes me think of a lion or a cat or anything that you would find, curled up in a ball, or, the eyes dilate. And it's like saying, hey, we're trying to make you see where you need to zoom in your attention on what it is that you need to play with in your life. So find ways to be more playful, day to day, especially if you've been really serious or feel like the sun has not been coming in. But let me go ahead and reveal all your cards. These first three are your work. This one right here is the relationship energy. And then we have your subconscious down here. We have the Nine of Wands, the Nine of Cups in reverse, the King of Pentacles. And then we have the Knight of Wands. I said the Nine of Cups. Nine of Wands and Knight of Cups. Let me clarify that. All right. So here's what I love about this energy. We did have the Nine of Wands show up in another reading that I have done recently. But I love that the universe is coming in with some more clarifiers about that specific energy, especially if you feel like there's a lot of tension going on at work and something you are doing is making others pay attention. And we have this King of Pentacles that is really focused on what you are doing and may even be picking up on the fact that you may not be very happy with your role, or is wanting to take you under their wing so they can show you how to find true joy in what it is that you are trying to build for yourself. And, actually be satisfied with what it is that you are doing. And this could even talk about if you are already in some kind of management role or some kind of leader role itself, you are probably being that mentor that is noticing that there's someone who is very resilient here, who is, they've been put through the test of faith where they are working, and before they become totally dissatisfied and completely leave, it's like your guides are asking you to go ahead and step in and check in with this person, or even check in with yourself. Are you happy with the results of your effort? Do you feel like a king in this moment? Or do you feel as if you are constantly having to defend your title, or um, let people know that, you were spending way too much time at work and not being able to really spend time at home, where you want to be able to share your cake, share your wealth, and, relax and enjoy it too. But the Nine of Wands, I did say in my last reading, it's like you were being tasked with something and you may have taken a risk on it. And everybody's kind of upset with the risk that you have taken or the change that you are doing in order to create a safer boundary around you. It could be that your ideas are being tested, or what's the word? You're just being put on the hot seat, if you will, and they're wanting to know, why did you do what you did? And rather than being very defensive about what it is that you are doing, your guides are wanting you to open up and just say, well, maybe this is a previous experience that you have done before and you knew that it would work, and that's why you did it. Bring the results of your effort with you, because it is catching the attention of someone here. And just be like, listen, there's a lot of things going at work, and I noticed the morale of our team was falling behind, and I needed to do something about it, or even shelter myself from those that were being the reason why it was going the way it is. You may have decided to kind of like step away from the group itself, to prevent even further injury, or um, worry about somebody saying something and then it just really affecting your day at work. But this King of Pentacles, this is not a negative kind of like career energy that's coming in. You are just standing your ground in what is truly going to make you happy as a person. And if you are putting in the hours, you want to see that you are actually able to do something with those hours you put in, and not have your energy taken away from you or cause you to get sick. Or it's like you're doing this because you want to be able to slowly build your wealth, and you're thinking about the long-term goal here. That is one of the things that the King of Pentacles is really good about, is he knows how hard you have to work to get there. But it's like you have to constantly remind yourself, why are you doing the thing that you are doing? And if it's not making you happy and you keep doing it, your whole body is going to feel that, and you're not going to create a lot of good results from that. So find ways to kind of like upright the Nine of Cups, where you define what success and wealth mean to you particularly, and whether this is something that you can see yourself constantly grinding against. And especially if if you were told that you were going to be given something and then find out that that's not actually what was going to be given. So we have these two cups that are being poured out, and it's like you were expecting a celebration after you got this done, and now it's like something went a different way, something went awry, and it's leaving you with the Five of Cups in the back. And it's like, wow, really? Really? After I put in all this work, and I did all of this, so why is it that when I go above and beyond, and I'm the one that's putting in all of this work, why am I not being recognized for it? And so make sure that this card up here that talks about validating yourself and not seeking it from others, look at your work, step back and say, wow, look at what I just created here, and feel good about it. And when you start to feel good about it, then, these walls are going to stop coming down, and not to worry about what other people are saying, or or even it's like you're trying to protect fiercely what it is that you have in front of you. But you are almost to the point where you are going to complete something here. And the king is asking you, just try to go within and see what will bring you even more happiness to this situation. And then it will help you, it'll provide you that healing liquid. It's like you're taking an antidote in that moment and deciding, what is worthy of your time. Now, in your relationships, we have the Knight of Wands here, which is, this is a very flirty energy that is coming in. This is someone that loves to do the chase and so if this is not if you're looking for a new relationship, this is not typically a relationship that you would find that would kind of stick around. It's just they're kind of there for, the time being with no strings attached. And if you are okay with that, because, you can learn something from this energy, learn something about your own sexuality, even your own desires that you have, this person is going to be a great way to kind of like open that door for you, or even come in and provide an offer for you. But it's like, always be clear about what it is that you want. Versus like the King of Pentacles, that's someone that will build a life with you for the long term and the legacy. But the Knight of Wands is, it's here. It enjoys the chase. It enjoys the romancing. But this is also the kind of energy that comes in where you find that you bounce back, because we have these salamanders here. So your relationship world is starting to bounce back again, where there's a lot of passion here, a lot of sensuality that is coming through. You may even find that there's a lot of chemistry between you and another person, and your guides are trying to basically say, hey, there's a person that's coming in here that has a lot of chemistry with you, and it's up to you if you would like to kind of explore this with this other person. But if you are in an established relationship, you are probably looking for something that is more established. So you're trying to explore new territories that are enticing to both of you, that really help keep the flame lit. So that way you can start leading into the Queen of Wands and then the King of Wands here. But just be mindful, like when you are looking for a long-term partner that can satisfy you and make you feel fulfilled, and not make you feel beat up every time they come in your life and then out your life and in your life. Like, really set the boundaries here so it doesn't affect, and this can even talk about a work relationship that kind of like started off really hot and you had a lot of chemistry, and then it kind of like fizzled out and you're uncertain why. And it could be like this person may have issues needing validation themselves. So they are looking for that validation, and as soon as they get it, or when they stop getting that validation, they move on to the next person. So this may be someone that is constantly circling the business and just needing someone to tell them that they're doing good, that and that, if this is a manager that needs validation that they are a good manager, and that bothers you when you don't get that validation for yourself from them, think about how you can just open up and say, hey, I have no problem, telling you when you're doing good, but you are a manager. So please, if someone is validating you, you should probably validate others. And if y'all have a board or group meetings of some sort where they ask, what can we do to make our jobs easier, or what can we do to really help with processes or morale, one of those things is we like to see more validation. We like to feel good about what it is that we are doing, and we would like to be celebrated for our efforts. I worked in retail, so I completely understand that energy Like it's a flashback that's coming through for me. Then over here in the King of Cups, we have where you are needing to feel a lot more compassion for yourself. So that way your feelings don't try to take control or run the show themselves. So that way you can stay grounded. And it may even feel as if, especially with this Knight of Wands coming in here, it's like my emotions are being played with. My feelings are being just thrown at me. And now your guides are saying to not let your emotions be manipulated or allow others to try and manipulate your feelings in order to get what they want. But this is a good card, even though it is in reverse. You are trying to gain control over your emotional well-being, and your mind is picking up on that. It's like you don't want to lose control, especially if you are sore or if you start to feel as if you are sick, or you're lacking that motivation and inspiration to keep doing what it is you were doing. But your mind is wanting you to be more playful so that way you can let some of that tension relax. And this is a great time to dive deep into, what your subconscious is trying to reveal, and to not beat yourself up over like small things that may be going on. Like if this energy becomes very annoying to you, to not let that get to you, especially if you are a leader. If you are a leader and this is who is under your belt right now, and they're just bouncing all over the place from one thing that they're working on, they care a lot about the mission. So if you need something to prevent you from having this person constantly coming back and forth to you for that constant validation, then make sure that they have a mission that they are focused on, so that way they will feel really good about what they are doing. And then I'm going to end it here with our Moonology cards. So try to balance spirituality and practicality while you are at work. What is lighting you up spiritually to bring a little bit of your energy, while also staying practical, where you're not draining yourself in the wrong areas of your life. You're actually being able to balance that. Then we have a personal issue is going to reach a resolution, and then a win-win outcome is forecasted. So communicate what it is that you need to do in order to bring that loving energy in here with the sun in Leo in the 4th house. And, define what kind of light that you want to put on this situation here, or how you can really reach that resolution. But guys, that is your reading. If you enjoyed it, please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know how it resonates. I love hearing your comments. It really inspires me, and I am so thankful to my listeners. But I'm going to go ahead and end it here.